What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for checking me out. There's no skipping around it. As I've said before in other videos, you guys know, you guys saw the picture, you guys saw the title, so let's just get right into it. Yeah, I bought a motorcycle. That's right. Here she is in all her glory and beauty. My new baby. Oh, it looks so good. I keep saying the pictures and the videos and everything you see about it looks amazing, and then in person it's just it's something else. It looks so much better in person. But nonetheless, here she is. So I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I want this next year to be big. I want to do stuff for me. I want to do some cool stuff. So what's cool? I've already done skydiving, so let's do something else exciting. How about scuba diving? Well, maybe scuba diving. That seems a little mellow right now, and it's still cold, and the water's cold, and yada yada yada. So what's the next best thing? Well, guess riding a motorcycle is, because my friends are starting to ride motorcycles. We're all taking the safety courses and stuff on base at work, and we're gonna make a little gang, a little biker gang, you know. So here we are. I took the motorcycle safety course, got my license, and now I have a motorcycle here to ride. So yeah, first things first, before we get into it, I know a lot of people who like vehicles like myself probably want to hear what it sounds like. So without further ado, let me start her up. We'll hear it a little bit, and I'll tell you guys about it. So, everything comes on. That front end is one of my favorite things about it. It is so mean looking. Give her a little gas. Woo-wee! Oh my gosh, it sounds so good. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into it, because I'm sure a few guys are wondering what it is, everything about it, all the specs, you know, all the cool stuff. I will start off by saying I am a car guy. I do like cars. That's why I got a Camaro and a Jeep, and I've done stuff to them, and I enjoy doing stuff to them. But I do not know too much about motorcycles. I do know plenty of stuff about this, especially super sport versions of bikes. But I do know about this one because I bought it, and I wanted to know what I was buying before I bought it, you know, it makes sense. So what you're looking at here is a piano, because it's made by Yamaha. It is a Yamaha YZF-R7. And a little bit about this bike is, while it looks very different to the average rider, or to the average person, I should say, it is actually a copy of one of Yamaha's other bike called the MT-07, which is actually a naked sport bike. And this is a super sport version of the bike. So the similarities aren't really cosmetic, I would say. They're very similar, with like the seat and the rear end being the same. They have the same rear fender, pretty much the same. I believe it's the same handlebar, or sorry, not the handlebars, but the grips. But that's pretty much where all it ends. The main similarity is the engine, transmission. Pretty much most of the suspension is all the same. But it's this bike is basically a carbon copy, or I should say a super sport version of the MT-07. So basically I got a different bike in a different package, I should say. I don't know. It's a little weird. A little weird to explain if you don't know too much about motorcycles, and it's a little weird for me to explain since I don't know too much about motorcycles. A little bit more about this bike. It has 75 horsepower and 58 foot-pounds of torque, which is a little bit higher for a beginner rider like myself, but it's not as high as other bikes. A lot of starter bikes are like Yamaha R3s, Ninja 400s, a few others that I can't remember off the top of my head. So this is not really an immediate beginner bike, but it's not like an intermediate or expert bike by any means at all. Sure, intermediate and expert can drive it and ride it and whatever else. But it's also not for like first beginners. The reason I got this one is because I feel like I'm responsible for the most part. So I'm going to control myself while learning and adapting to this new way of life, I should say. So I'm going to take it easy. But it also gives me plenty of room and time to build up my confidence driving. So instead of getting a little 35, 40 horsepower smaller bike that I'm going to get bored of in 4, 5, 6 months at most, whenever I actually fully learn and I'm really comfortable on it. I can actually perfect all my basic riding skills and everything whatnot with this. And when I'm done with that and I'm really comfortable with riding and confident, I can actually move up into the higher power range band and everything like that, and learn more skills and everything that comes along with having a little bit more power and a little bit more responsibility while riding. I'm not planning on getting rid of this bike anytime soon. I bought it with the intentions of keeping it for a few years at the minimum, just to have fun with. Like, I'm not trying to be a track guy. I'm not trying to drag race with it. I'm just trying to ride around, have fun, go exploring, and just have fun on it, honestly. That's the main reason I bought it. So one of my favorite features, and a lot of people's favorite features about having a motorcycle, is its fuel economy. This only holds, I think it's 3.8 gallons in this tank right here. Altogether, those less than 4 gallons, I get over about 400, I think it's 458 miles to one tank. That is extreme range right there, because my Camaro and my Jeep are both less than that. Not combined. I think the Camaro is like 330 some miles, and the Jeep is probably a little less, around like 310 some miles, because the mileage is so bad on them. This baby gets about 50 miles to the gallon almost, or well, more than that actually, if I'm driving very conservatively. So needless to say, I could probably go to a lot of places in Florida on my bike. I know Daytona has a bike week. San Augustine is very good for driving, has great weather, and that's only 45 minutes away. If I really wanted to be adventurous, I'm sure we would go down to Orlando at some point, do something down there maybe. But time will tell, especially with how comfortable we are riding, how many more people we get to ride, and there's a lot of other factors that go into it, but it's going to be fun. This is, I have not dropped it yet, but it is actually considered a lighter bike than other sport bikes. Other sport bikes probably 450 to and up probably, just for different pieces of equipment, different tires and whatnot. Like I said, I'm not too experienced with it, but this is weighing in a comfortable 408 pounds, very light, just like a naked sport bike would be. It's missing all these plastic pieces in front. It's sitting up a little bit more. It's not as like pointed forward, so it's not using as many parts as this bike. But since this is a carbon copy of it, it's going to have less weight compared to other bikes as well. So if I do end up dropping it, or even when I'm riding it and waddling around at stoplights and stuff like that, it is not a pain. My legs aren't sore. They're not hurting. I'm not putting straight on them. I'm not putting straight on my back. So it's very easy and maneuverable little bike, which I'm actually really happy about. I didn't want to have to worry about not being able to pick stuff up, even if I go to the gym. I'd be very insecure if I couldn't pick my bike up after dropping it. So that's as much as I can remember off the top of my head to give you guys some simple specs on this bike. I just really wanted you guys to get a look at it, get a little listen at the beginning. But I'm very excited to be starting this journey, especially with having other friends that are now starting to ride. We're going to learn a lot. We're going to go a lot of places. So I'm going to start including videos of all that kind of stuff. It's going to be us riding around, going to the beach, or going to restaurants and whatnot, going sightseeing. Maybe even some videos of me going out to the parking lot, learning a little bit. So who knows? But there's a lot more opportunities we can do. Now that we have a smaller vehicle, we can get into a few different places than maybe we normally could, or we can take it to different places that we normally could with our cars. But whatnot, I'm super excited to start this journey. I just want to make a quick video so you guys can take a look at it, get an idea of what this next year you're going to be seeing, and just taking in how awesome this looks. I could not get over this color. I originally wanted a black one because this is a 2022, brand new. Originally, they came in black and blue for this year. And they also had a 60th anniversary, which is like a white, red, and gold, like livery color for Yamaha's 60th anniversary. But I didn't like that as much. I like the solid colors more. And I originally wanted black, but black is honestly one of the most on-demand, or in-demand, I should say, colors for this bike. And this bike is probably the most in-demand bike in the world right now. So they happened to get a blue one and called me and was like, hey, would you happen to like a blue one? I said, let me get back from Pennsylvania, and I'll come in, check it out, and see how it is. And like I said, the color grew on me while watching videos and stuff like that, but there is nothing like how this looks in person. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for stopping by, checking it out. the new part of my life, and I'm excited to share some experience with you guys as we go along the road and do some new things. So if you like the video, leave a like, leave a comment if you want to see some specific motorcycle stuff. If you want to see me do something to my motorcycle, if you want to see us adventure somewhere, or maybe if you don't even want to see any motorcycle content at all, just let me know and I'll do my best to accommodate. But anyways, if you want to see all that stuff, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you keep up all my videos, because 2023 is going to be a great year for myself, for my friends. We're going to do a lot of stuff. It's going to be really interesting, and I really want to take YouTube a lot more seriously than I did last year at the end of the year, even though I was getting back into it. So I'm excited for this year. Big plans, not just with the motorcycle, but big plans with this YouTube channel, with adventures with my friends. So without further ado, thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.